Good morning, y'all. With Brian today. We're back in Pike County, Illinois. I got some time. I can come back up here and do a little bit of scouting. It'll be my last time to do any kind of camera checking or scouting before the season opens in a couple of weeks. I'm on a piece of the farm we leased here that's all pasture with some good cover and travel routes through it. If y'all saw my video back in January when I scouted a little bit in the snow, this is where we were. I'm kind of at the top of a ridge where there was quite a bit of deer activity in this thicket. And this right here, you can't tell behind me, but this property, the fence line here, the whole farm to the east is corn. Gotta feel like, and everything to the west is real thick, grown up CRP grass, just overgrown stuff, just no ag, a lot of cover. I did see 4 deer this morning coming from this way, going back across the county road into that property. It's kind of where I think most of the bedding is. And I'm hoping they're traveling through us to get to this corn. And obviously that'll change as the year goes on. But what I'm gonna do, not hard to see much deer sign here. The ground's so hard you can't see tracks. But what I'm gonna do is set up a camera here. Hopefully deer walking this fence line where it's a little easier walking, and then going into that corn. If they're using this strip of timber, they'd be just about having to come through here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my camera up. There's some cows on this property too, so I'm gonna put my camera in this tree right here, put it up a little bit higher and get it tilted down where it'll take anything that comes from down the fence line here, walks on our side of the fence, we'll get a picture of it. So let me get my stuff out and get this thing set up right quick. Alright, y'all, I got the camera set up. I think I got it set up. Maybe these cows won't mess with it. Kind of got it back in the corner of the property. The cows have been on the other end down there by the road. Maybe they won't mess with it. I already got a picture on it of me setting it up, so I know the camera's working. I know it's getting a decent signal. Hope it's got enough sunlight there to get that battery charged up a little more. It's about 40–50% now. Just keep our fingers crossed. I'm thinking down the road later in the season, when this corn's cut, maybe late season when they come to eat, this will be a pretty good spot right here to set up, catch a deer walking this fence line, and maybe even some scrapes right here under these overhanging limbs. I don't know, we'll see soon. It might be a good place to set up a mock scrape later on, and maybe get some pictures there. So I'm gonna ride back over to the other piece and look around, kind of waiting. Probably gonna go pick up one more camera. I got this Rotten Richard camera sticks. I didn't need it here, so I still got one of those available. I'm going to move one of the cameras on the other piece. I'm just not getting any pictures on it, so I know I'm going to move it and possibly set up one more. So, and then this afternoon I'm going to spend a little time sitting over in the bean field, see what we can see. Alright, y'all, I went back to town, got a little bite to eat. Went by farm at home where I picked up another Tacticam. Been wanting to put one in this spot. This is the same farm. I've got 2 other cameras up on the east end. Well, one about midway and one on the east end. I've gotten a few pictures of deer on both of those. One of them more than the other, but now I'm down here on the west end of the, I get my directions wrong. Yeah, on the west end of the property now, down in a little nook down here with soybeans. Looks like they've been eating a little more than the others. I'll show y'all. This is a spot I can't see from up on the hill. You see these beans here have been browsed down a little more. And there, I know back in these woods here, there's 4 drainage ditches that come together right in here, and right not far up through there's a spot where I know I'm gonna put a ground blind in the timber on a little road that cuts through there. But I'm gonna go ahead and set this Tacticam up here. I think I can get enough daylight here to keep it running without having to cut any limbs. Got a white oak hanging over the tree right here. It's gonna drop acorns for sure. Look here. Got acres on it already. It's not a very big tree. See them there though, it's gonna be loaded with them. Maybe we'll have some luck. This might be a spot to think about setting up. There's some trees over here we can get in, or think about these old grown up fields. Hard to get close enough to shoot the field because the trees are small, but we'll make something work. That tree over there is pretty good. If it works out, this is a good spot. We'll get this camera and solar panel set up right quick and I'll show y'all what it looks like. Alright y'all, got it set up. I'll show you how I had to put the, instead of using that camera stick, had a good tree here, this little white oak. Went ahead and I put the solar panel down low. I think until the leaves fall, these overhanging limbs will kind of shade that solar panel a little bit. And I know I got the panels facing south, so it's going to get more sun than any other direction, even if it's a little bit in the shade. But I'll show you what I did. I put the panel down low on the tree to get it out from under these overhanging limbs right here. And the sun's gonna, that afternoon sun, of course the sun's high right now, it's gonna go down right over in here. So it should get a lot of late evening sun in here on the panel. In the morning it'll get some over here as these leaves fall later in the year. But I think so far these cameras have held up good. I got one in the hardwoods there in Mississippi that never gets any direct sunlight at all, and it's been holding up real good. So far happy with the Tacticam. I really like being able to open up that one app and check them all. Maybe we'll get lucky. Been a little bit, not disappointed, but kind of was hoping for more pictures on this farm so far. Now we got the middle and the east and the west ends covered. Hopefully catch some deer traveling through here. And I put one over on another little piece. Same owner, but another little piece a couple of miles away. Put that one up this morning next to that cornfield. So 4 cameras running. Hopefully, fingers crossed, in the next couple of weeks. I don't think I'm gonna get to come up here over the weekend. Probably hunt at home, and then try to catch the timing right. Try to maybe catch the weather right and the moon right and everything else. Maybe when they should be cutting the corn in a couple of weeks, and try to time everything out right so when I come up here I can make the best of my time. So I'll run back to town. I think I'm gonna go maybe shoot my bow a little bit. I picked me up a target and shoot a little bit, and then come back out this evening and go up here on the top of this bean field right here and bring my lawn chair and set up, maybe video some deer. Sure would be nice to see some out in the field. So hang on, we'll be back here in a little while when it gets a little closer to dark. Alright y'all, we're back out at the farm. I went in and ate a late lunch and let it cool off a little bit. Come out, thought I'd take a little time to shoot my bow. I hadn't shot this bow since I got it. Shoot a little bit, make sure it's on, get it maybe get it fine-tuned, at least 20-yard pin fine-tuned for now. And we'll try to slip out on this bean field here right before sunset. Maybe we'll see a few deer. Show y'all what we got here. Hadn't gotten a new bow, and I've been shooting that Elite for a little while. Decided to let Presley shoot it. He was shooting an old bear of mine that just really didn't fit him good, so decided I was gonna go upgrade. Slade hooked me up with the new Mathews V3. Real nice piece. It's the 29-inch axle to axle. Shoots real good. Doesn't feel real balanced. Doesn't feel like too short of a bow. I always kind of liked a little bit longer bow, but I thought maybe some this year, maybe hunting the ground blind some, maybe a little shorter one would be nice. But fixed me up. This one had all the, he had it set up ready to go when I got over. This is one he already had going. Fixed me up some Easton 4mm Axis arrows. Real small diameter. He said he really likes them, gets good penetration with them. And we've got what else we do? It's got the Mathews sight. It's integrated in the riser with the dovetail mount. That's the newest features of the VX3, where the mount actually goes into the riser instead of mounting on the side of it. Custom bow equipment. Stabilizers also got this side stabilizer. I'm not sold on that yet. I'm gonna shoot it a little bit. It felt like it was kind of in the way of my arm a little bit, but may just be I may just have to get used to it, but that may come off. The only thing I did add, I got this jacked gear sling, which is pretty neat. It's a paracord sling, but what makes it different, well, you see it hooks there to your riser on top and bottom. It's got a magnet it made in this sleeve right here, and then you got a magnet. You can either get one in a wrist sling, or you can get one that mounts somewhere on your riser too, but I like this one on the wrist sling. Basically, get ready to climb in the tree, just tuck it in here behind your sights, the way I like to do it. Gets it over here out of the way, then it attaches right there to the sling. So when you pick the bow up, sling's out of the way, but it stays on the bow. You don't have to take it on and off, it stays out of the way. A 5-pin sight. I don't know if I'll sight use, obviously probably won't ever use them all, but I think a lot of times if you kind of overtrain and anything else, if you overshoot and you get used to shooting, if you good out 40 or 50, you'll sure be good at 20 or 30. That's where most shots are going to be. So we get set up, we got my target down there, and we get set up right quick and we'll shoot a little bit. Alright y'all, I had to do a little tweaking. Bad high for some reason. We thought we had it close enough. Of course, that was just shooting it in the shop. Shoot a few right here. I'm dead on 20 yards. See if we can stack a few in there and see if we need to make any fine adjustments. We might be spot on. I can't see it probably good as y'all can on the camera. I'm gonna shoot 5 arrows, shoot at one at each white dot. Let's see where we're at. I think we're gonna be spot on. Boy, this thing's quiet and easy draw, a lot of let off. Really dead in your hand, no vibration at all. Shoot at that left dot, white dot. All right, top center, top one. See the thing, they're moving fast and my eyes ain't that good, I guess. Alright, this will be number 5, shooting at the right hand dot. We're real close on that. No, now we just have to get our pin gap right. Alright, that's 5, let's zoom in. Zoom in and see what we got. Just keep the camera rolling so y'all know I ain't cheating y'all. I can't see them good. I'm pretty close, but well, y'all can see there that top shot right there. I was a little low. With the left one I was in the white, right one I was in the white, bottom one in the black, and the center one in the white. So I feel like I'm pretty good on my elevation. I hadn't shot much. I could most likely all that off is me. There's doesn't seem to be any pattern left or right. So two of them are tick left, 2 of them are tick right, so I think that's just me. So I have no idea what the 30-yard pin looks like. I'm going to back up there. It's not going to be a lot of drop, and I'll still be in the bag, so I'm going to drop off it. I'm going to drop back here at 30 yards and see what we get. Alright y'all watch the target while I step back to 30 and shoot. I'm going to just aim. There's no way I'm going to hit my arrows. I ain't that good yet. So I'm just going to aim every one of them dead center. Let's see what we get. Alright, y'all, 2 more. I think I'm pretty close, but I may be just a little bit left. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm all over the place. It ain't the bow, I think it's me. One more. Alright, let's go check it out. Maybe y'all could see them hit better than I could. Camera's camera's still sitting at 20 and I was backed up to 30, so I'm all over the place. Until it's my shooting, it ain't the bow for sure. One of them hit dead center. Obviously that's a pretty, I'll take that at 30. Those are pretty close, and I got 2 down here, so if anything, I hate to say I'm consistently left, because these 2 right here are perpendicular straight up and down. This one ain't bad down here. I just dropped that one. What I'm gonna have to do is move back up maybe at 10 where I can shoot maybe I can shoot a real tight group at 10 maybe, or just continue to practice more. See, I don't want to move the sight to the right until I'm sure it's not me. I'll have to be shooting consistently left on every range before I start changing things. So, alright, my battery's running down just a little bit. I'm gonna save some battery here in just a little while. We're gonna slip in here back in these bean fields and see if we can't maybe, just maybe, see some deer this afternoon. Alright, y'all, got back here at this bean field where I've got these cameras set up. I came up here a couple weeks ago. It was real hot. I sat out. I'll pan around in a minute and show you. I sat out on this high end of this field. I can see probably 75% of the field. There's one rise in the field between me and the bottom end. It's blocking some of it, but I can see some. As soon as I came into the field, one doe popped out on me. She kind of walked off. She didn't spook. And then just as I was getting my stuff gathered up, I got a notification. One of my cameras, there was a doe in front of it. She was just right over my shoulder here, 150 yards. This camera I had the most pictures on. I don't know if she'll come out where we can see her, but I feel like we hit it at the right time. It just started moving. So I'll show y'all what we got, what our view is here. Got one camera right down here in that corner that was set up last time, and the one I set up this morning is back in that nook down there at the bottom, down there at the very end. So anything comes out away from the edge, I'll be able to see it. And the third camera is right up there at the end of those last trees right there. That's the one I've had the most action on. We might get lucky. We're gonna sit here. It's a pretty afternoon. It's not too bad hot. It's around 80 or so. Not near as humid as it is at home. Got a little bit of cloud cover. That really helps because we're looking in the sun. So we'll hang out a little while. Maybe we'll give it an hour or so. I feel a little wind in my back, but I think probably the way it swirls around this field, it's just swirling. So maybe we'll luck up and they won't smell us if they come out. Alright, y'all, it's about dark and I'm about out of camera battery. Haven't seen a single deer come out. I just don't know. I'm just not used to hunting in an area like this. If you've bean field at home would have deer on it, but I think up here there's not the deer density we have in Mississippi, but there's so much food here. Deer ain't got to walk very far to eat. Maybe feeding at night. I know it's a full moon too, so. I'm gonna slip on out here while I can see and wrap up this video. We got some cameras put out. That gives us 4 cameras here, 4 Tacticam cameras here in Pike County running, and 1 at home. Got another lone wolf camera I need to get put out close to home somewhere, but did see a few deer today. think we'll really see things change. And nothing's going to change until they start cutting the corn, which should be here in a couple more weeks maybe. And the beans will be after that. I think we'll see the deer hit the beans more then. After when there's less cover, they're laying up in the corn right now, I guess. But I'll wrap this up. Appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget about our website. We got some merchandise over there, but you can also get your raffle tickets for our whitetail deer hunt raffle. Also added some other prizes too, so you'll have more than one chance to win. Check that out, and come back again tomorrow.